ever experienced or practiced NLP, neuro-linguistic programming? I won't be able and can't do the whole course and class on NLP, but I just want to offer you some kind of like a food for thought, or something that you might be interested in learning more and using it in your coaching business. NLP is very much used in coaching, provides some great psychological techniques and tools that can help for professional development, for personal development. And NLP is based on the idea that people experience and interpret the world through their senses and language. And it explores how individuals create their internal representations of reality, which in turn influence their behavior and emotions. The idea that somewhat we use in our program, right? Like a tabletop is a little bit like this tool relates somewhat to NLP. Our intuitive work that when we focused on different senses, right? What is your most primary sense that you use to channel your intuition? So it's very much connected, and there are so many different tools and techniques in NLP that can help in coaching for like effective communication, for change work, for setting goals and achievements, like for business coaching, for anchoring and emotional management, for strategies and modeling. Like reframing is actually that we also use as a part of NLP. Empowering beliefs. So this is all the things that we already familiar with. And I would like to present to you I think it's quite complicated, but that's what I also like about it. And I think for advanced coaching that I hope we will be covering here is something interesting and good food for thought. And I'm planning to dive into that even more and research and start using with my clients as well. This method is called submodalities. We would call it more like modalities, and submodalities would be their characteristics, which we will talk about too. The modalities or submodalities are actually our senses: visual, auditory, kinesthetic. There are coaches who do a lot of kinesthetic work, and kinesthetic is a very broad modality, and submodality of kinesthetic would be also like, for example, when we close our eyes, it's a feeling, right? No one is actually touching our skin, but we can feel it around. So this is one way to look at it. And then there is like a actual physical touch, right? Actual physical feeling. Kinesthetic, olfactory, which means smell. There are intuitives and there are coaches who are very much connected with smell. Smell helps them. And also our clients, if we can explain them how to work with that can help them as well. And then taste, gustatory, if I pronounce it right. Sensations. And then there are breakdown of these modalities into submodalities. Like, for example, visual include brightness, whether the mental image is bright or dim. Color, the color presents in the image. Size, distance, how far is the object. Location, where it's like in your mental image, where it's located. Perspective, the angle or viewpoint from which we see the image. Then second, auditory modality and submodality would be brightness. Auditory would be volume, tone and distance, pitch. So these are the submodalities. Kinesthetic submodalities: location, intensity, movement, temperature. Smell and taste, how smell is represented in our mind, or how taste is represented, because we actually don't taste it, but we can connect with that feeling. Some people do a great job with taste and smell. So these are the submodalities that we will be talking about. Let me explain to you. The significance of submodalities lies in the impact on our emotional and cognitive responses. So by altering submodalities, one can change the emotional intensity and thought patterns associated with specific memories, beliefs, or experience. So in NLP and in coaching, this alteration of submodalities is often used to help clients overcome fears, to transform limiting beliefs, manage emotions, create more positive and empowering internal state, helps to increase productivity. So it's great for emotional, physical, for life, for business. So it's a great tool. And when I kind of stumbled upon that, I was like, okay, and it's very much along what we preached, what we learned, and maybe you could make some use of it. I will take you step by step through this in explaining. Then I will explain to you give you more details and in which situations in your coaching you can use it. And also we will try to practice. Maybe there will be a brave volunteer. We can practice one of the scenarios, and I will also send you the scenario that you can use with your clients for that, where we would be using, in which situations, in which instances in life coaching or business coaching or healing, we can use this modality. Working with phobias and fears. For example, I will be interested, and if someone wants to practice, please give me a call. I would like to be your guinea pig. Like, it's a great for example, a fear of public speaking or fear of flying. I have a fear of flying because a long time ago, I had a very scary experience many years ago when my son was 3 and now he is 20. I fly with lorazepam. So that's how I fly. I don't fly without it. It doesn't stop me, but it gives me and if I don't take lorazepam, some people can judge, right? Then I have a full-blown panic attack on the plane. So it's better that twice a year I take lorazepam. But I would be very open to try this method to work through this phobia. Like in one of the classes, we will also focus on tapping. Maybe you heard about tapping. Also tapping is a great method to work with phobias, but this one as well. Fear of public speaking, fear of, something nerve-wracking, OCDs. Even OCDs can help through this process. Traumatic experiences. I would be a little bit careful with that because traumatic experiences, during this process, you will have to take people through that experience, right? So you have to be sure that you can actually do that, right? If you're already working with trauma, or if you have a partner who is a therapist, you can do that together. But traumatic experiences, proceed with caution, I would say. Limiting beliefs, that's our thing. Negative habits or addictions is a great reason for using this modality. Performance anxiety, negative talk, self-talk, procrastination. I would like to try it with my son. Positive visualization, which is interesting. I will also, again, we won't have enough time for that, but I will send you information on how we can use that for positive visualization. Because I thought it's mainly for changing from negative to positive, but actually we can use it also to enhance positive experience. Like, let's say you want more of that experience, or you want to create more pathways for these positive experiences. So positive visualization is also a great way to use this modality. Changing perspectives, like maybe people held specific perspective or viewpoint that they wish to change. So kind of like reframing, right? With reframing. Future visualization. They can use submodalities to visualize and enhance their perception of future scenarios, like a successful job interview or fulfilling personal relationships. So this is a huge spectrum, right? So which means that this is a great tool or great modality to use for us coaches. Let me explain to you how it works, and then we will do the play. Think about who would like, maybe we can focus on a limiting belief that you would like to change, to create, to change it to a positive belief. So what step-by-step guide how to effectively communicate this process with your clients. And again, I will send it all to you. Of course, we set the stage. Let's say your client comes with a specific thing and you evaluate, right? As a professional coach, you can do evaluation. You evaluate what probably would be the best course of treatment. I wanted to say course of healing and coaching for them, if it resonates with them. Clarify the coaching goal. Reiterate the coaching goal and how it relates to the specific issue or challenge the client is facing. Make it clear that you are working together to achieve a positive outcome. So that is very important. Then you should introduce submodalities and explain that submodalities are the sensory distinctions within mental representation. Basically, we receive information through visual, through hearing, through all our senses. Then we process this information. Submodalities is actually like structural representation, like structural experience, like how we perceive this information and then how we understand the world through this information. So we kind of digest it and then we live by that, right? Like we decode this information and then we're like, okay, this information makes me sad, or this information brings me trauma, or now getting this information will make me fear relationships, or like we live through the prism of the information that we get through our senses, and then that's how we live our life. They are building blocks of our thoughts, emotions, and memories. For example, submodalities can include how we visualize, the sounds we associate with thoughts or physical sensations, and even tastes and smells related to experience. So when we think about experience, whether it's positive or negative, there are so much more than just thinking about it, right? Like there are feelings, smell, light, color associated to events. It's kind of every event creates pathways for us to remember and to keep that image. Interesting that there are people who say, yeah, I receive information, I just know it, or I just, I'm not visual. But this is not true. For example, we all have visual understanding, even if we think that we don't. Because let's say you're going to meet a friend who is flying in and you are meeting them at the airport. You know in your head, in your mind, how this person looks like, right? And then you see them and you recognize, you have a visual picture of that person in your head, and then you either recognize them and they're like, oh, that's the person, because you have that visual picture. Or you say, oh, I think it's them. No, they look like them, but it's not them. So then you kind of compare it, what you see, to the vision you have, and then you decide whether this is the right person. So we don't give ourselves enough credit that we actually use all the senses. And so you kind of like explain the submodalities, and then your role of submodalities, you describe how submodalities play a crucial role in shaping our beliefs, thought patterns, and emotional responses. And they can either reinforce limiting or negative belief, or they can be reinforce and create more positive and empowering beliefs. Then we work with submodalities, explain that the process involves identifying and adjusting these sensory elements associated with thoughts, beliefs, and memories to change the emotional impact and thought patterns. This can help in reducing the emotional charge or negative belief and enhancing positive ones. So by changing these submodalities, we will be able to change the way how we feel and how we see that event or that belief or that fear or that thought. So this is a very powerful actually technique. Then we talk about client's involvement, emphasize that client plays a central role in this process. Their active involvement and willingness to explore and make changes in their thought patterns are key to succeed. Benefits of submodality work. Highlight the potential benefits of working with submodalities, such as transforming limiting beliefs into empowering ones, reducing emotional intensity of negative memories or fears, enhancing positive thought patterns and confidence, building a stronger and more resilient mindset. So it's all the good things that life coaches focus on, right? So this is definitely for us. So process and safety, assure that the client that the process will be conducted with sensitivity and care, creating always safe and supportive space for them to explore. And they should feel comfortable throughout the session. So if you don't feel that you are ready to work with trauma, like, because there could be like really difficult situations, right? That memories or situations that people work through. So be very careful with that. I would probably not suggest you start with it. So try with maybe like limiting beliefs, mindset, or positive reinforcement. And if you start going deeper and deeper and learn more and more and more, and you feel like, people with trauma come to you and somehow how you want to try it, I would ask you to be very professional and sensitive about this, because if you're not sure how to handle some emotional and response that could happen through that, be mindful of that. Then we talk about feedback and collaboration. Encourage the client to provide feedback, ask questions, collaborate in the process. Let them know that their insights and observations are valuable in tailoring the submodality work to their unique needs. Then realistic expectations. We don't promise anything. We can't promise. We can just say that this work can be highly effective, but it also requires consistent practice. So this is a big thing. If there is a client in front of you who would never do their homework, people who would never do their homework, who just come to sessions and that's where they do their work and it works for you, that, like it's a mutually beneficial relationship, then I would not suggest this modality of submodality for them, because this technique requires practice and work outside the session. Realistic expectations for the process. I think practice will be the best demonstration than just talking and talking and talking. Okay, who would like to be my coachee for a limiting belief or something that they would like to work on?
I'll go.
Great job. Okay. Nikki, what would you like to work on? Like we talked about limiting beliefs and something that you would like to change to help you move forward and be even more successful than you currently are.
Okay. I am working through a limiting belief of like with my coaching program, and like promoting it, feeling comfortable on what to charge, and just like the limiting belief is, why would people pay me specifically to be their coach / like business consultant?
Yeah. So the limiting belief is I'm impostor.
Yes, very much so.
If you don't mind to make yourself comfortable, because I would take you through the process of submodalities. And so I want you to be able to relax, maybe close your eyes, go within. So this is a journey for you to work on the limiting belief that I am imposter.
Okay.
And everyone, if it really, guys, resonates with you, if this limiting belief resonates with you, or if you want to try to work on your limiting belief, please do like follow us, follow the scenario like in your head. So let's close eyes, take a nice deep breath in, out, take a few breaths in. Oh, whew. Releasing, long day. Whew. A lot is happening, but here you're here now, and congratulations on your eagerness and to work through the limiting beliefs that are becoming a roadblock for you for your amazing success. So take a nice deep breath in and out. Focus on the inflow and outflow of your breathing. Now, I would like you to say, maybe if you're okay to say it out loud, to say, I am imposter.
I am an imposter.
I am an imposter. Okay, thank you. Just breathe through that, whatever feelings arise, whatever is happening in you right now. We will go into more details and focus on that process. Now I would like you to vividly recall the thought associated with that belief. So with your eyes closed, visualize it in your mind. And when you're ready, I will give you a moment. So vividly recalling the thought associated with that belief. When you have that belief, when that belief comes up, what are the thoughts surrounding this belief? And so when you're ready, take a moment, describe it to me in detail. What do you see when you think about this belief? What do you see?
I see myself as very skinny, which is weird because I'm not. But I get like a heaviness in my chest, like an anxious feeling, like a feeling of anxiety.
Mm-hmm. So right now you're going into feeling, and we will. We will get there. I want you to focus on visual, like maybe what do you see? Like how bright, like in your mental picture, how bright is this picture? How dim? What are the colors? What is the size of that picture and that thought? What is the, like, let's focus on describing that, those thoughts and those pictures. What do you actually see?
I'm small, like in comparison to everything else. I'm small and it's very dark. There's no bright colors. It's very, very dim and dark.
Mm-hmm. So it's dim and dark. So what is like, and you said it's small. So what is the distance? How far are you, that small dim objects is from you?
It feels far. It's like maybe I'm on a stage or I'm like in a stadium and it's like distance from me looking down at me.
And location, like the position in your mental picture, left to right, like what is the position if you look at that image in front of you?
It's like straight on.
Okay, straight on. Okay. And kind of like the angle or the viewpoint from which you see that image.
Like looking up at it.
So it's far away, it's dim, it's small, it's straight and up.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. Let's focus on sounds associated with that belief. What sounds do you hear when you think about it?
Like silence or even like a buzzing from being so silent.
Okay. And you showed, it looks like it's your right ear, coming from your right ear?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, so there is a sound, almost no sound, but like buzzing.
Yes, like when silence is so loud.
Loud silence. Okay, loud silence. Like tone, pitch, the high, low, high silence or low silence.
High silence.
High silence. And tone?
Buzz.
Okay. And the distance, is it close by your ear, or far away?
It's far away.
Uh-huh. So it's far away silence from your right ear, very loud silence with buzzing. Okay, very good. Thank you. So now let's go into that anxiety feeling in your body. Tell me, where do you feel the sensations and emotions in your body? And what is the sensation?
It's like in my heart, tightness, like almost like chest pains, like a heavy feeling in your chest, like sweating in my underarms.
And so it's more in your body, or you can also feel that around you. So it's more just in your heart, this feeling of anxiety, or it's also all around you?
Just inside of me.
How intense is that?
It's very intense.
Like from 0 to 10, 10 being
7.
10?
7.
7. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
It's 7. It's quite high. So the movement sensation is static or dynamic?
The movement, static.
Static. What's the temperature
Cold.
of that sensation?
Very cold.
Cold, very cold. Are you like
my hands are cold even now thinking of it? Yeah.
So you're freezing. You're freezing. Okay. Thank you very much. You're doing a great job. Let's go into smell. What aroma or smell, odor associated with this limiting belief?
Like burning lights or electricity.
This is again the static.
And the buzzing, yeah.
And it's like the smell of burning.
Yes.
So what is the taste?
I don't taste anything.
So it's more smell and there is no taste. Okay. From all these submodalities, what submodality stands out for you as being the most critical for this negative impression?
The feelings.
The feeling, the kinesthetic feeling of your heart with no movement, just in your body, squeezing, and then you even feel the sweat going down your sides from your armpits. Okay, thank you. So now I will take you through this process where we will be altering all this submodalities. So we have thoughts and feelings, but we are not our thoughts and feelings, right? We can change that. So let's try the process of changing all these submodalities. Let's start with visual aspect. So maybe close your eyes. Imagine this visual, it was dim. So I want you to with a phone, right? We can add brightness. So I want you to start adding brightness. There is that image that you saw of that little small you far away in the distance, straight and up. Let's start with brightness. Add brightness little by little. Add the brightness to that image. Add more color. There is no color. Add color. Maybe the color you really like. Align it with your desired state. In which state, what color is the color of success and excitement? And can you see, just with this small thing, the change happening?
Yes.
So see if you need to alter the distance, if you need to, and if you need to alter location where it's coming from. So it was coming from straight and up. See if you can change the location, and maybe the location that usually is associated with success or with some nice, you can even draw parallel or with something that was happy, or where it came from. Like, where would you, how would you change the location and distance?
It would be like straight in front of me, like eye level, equal ground, and it would be close.
Okay, it's closer. So again, let's kind of bring that image again. So it's a brighter image. What color is that?
It's yellow.
Yellow. So you're bringing a yellow image closer to you, so it becomes bigger, right?
Mhm.
So it's in front of you, like on the same eye distance from you, close, straight ahead. So I want you to start noticing how you feel, the change that's happening in you. Let's move forward. Let's focus on auditory aspect. Imagine the sound that you saw being more positive and more reassuring, just the way you want it. What would be the sound? How can you change the sound?
It's like birds chirping.
Okay. Is it loud?
It's very like, it's not loud, it's not soft, it's just
Pleasant?
like, yes, pleasant.
Uh-huh. How far is that?
It's not far.
But it's comfortable. It's in a comfortable place. Okay. Pitch. How pitch is changing?
Everything's like almost like a sunset or like golden tones and bright.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Beautiful. So so now we can envision that picture with the visual and the auditory submodality, right? So I want you to, before we go any further, to again go through the altered images and sounds that you just created. Are you ready?
Mhm.
Okay, thank you. Let's go to a very important kinesthetic submodality. Let's pay good attention to that. Let's go into that feeling of pressure in your heart and sweat. Let's start with intensity. Let's start with working to weaken that feeling, the intensity of that almost like a heart squeeze, heart pain.
Mhm.
Turn off the intensity. It was 7. So let's move it first to 6. Let's move it further 5, and let's go to where you is realistic and comfortable. What number can you go down to?
It's a 2.
Beautiful.
My
Thank
hands are warm.
Now the sensation, the location of that sensation. Where would you go to change the location to make it positive?
Outside.
Outside yourself. Okay, putting it outside. Where is it outside in respect to where you are?
Like where am I at? Outside? What is around? Or
Yeah, like where location? It was in your heart. Now it's outside, and where is it? Outside, straight, behind you. Like where outside, or all around you? Like what is the
It's all
location of
around.
that?
All around.
All around. Okay, like encompassing, like
Mhm.
enveloping. Okay, what is the movement? Is it static or it's moving? It's dynamic.
It's moving.
Is moving. Like can you even see the direction, like clockwise or no?
No.
It's kind of moving different directions at the
Mhm.
same time.
Yes.
Okay, so what is the temperature?
It's very nice and pleasantly warm, but not hot.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so start noticing the change in you and in your thought. Now let's focus on that smell of a burnt electricity. What can be a pleasant smell for you for the picture that we changed, for the new picture?
Flowers.
Flowers. So the birds are chirping. There is this movement outside of your body, so which means you are not violated, right? So there is no violation of that energy. It's outside, it's pleasant, it's supporting. So it smells like flowers. Any specific flower?
No.
Just flower, like overall
Much. All over.
flowery. Okay, can you think of any taste? Do you need any taste for that?
I don't have any.
Okay, so taste is not crucial or important for right now. Okay, and now I want you, before we move forward, I want you to go through the whole picture, the whole new picture that you just created with, do you need help to walk you through that, or you can do that yourself?
I've got it.
Okay, so take a minute to focus on that picture with visual, auditory, kinesthetic, smell, and smell. As you experience these changes, how does it make you feel now?
Calm, relaxed, brave, confident, warm.
Mm-hmm. And what was the crucial in this change? What submodality was crucial, and where, or several of them, or all of them as a whole? Like, how can you describe the submodality or submodalities that were the most crucial in this process?
It was light and color. So like bringing light in, making it brighter, adding color to a dark space, and taking the feelings from outside, from within, and pulling outside.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Now it's very important to do the integration and anchoring. Anchoring would be something that kind of like a sign, like a symbol that when you start practicing it, that will enhance in the moments of when you need it, especially like a word or image or something that will be able to help you with that shift. What can you think could be an anchor for you?
The first thing that comes to mind is the sun. So like sunshine or the sun.
Mm-hmm. So even actually when you see the sun, right, when you go for a walk with the cutest baby out there, you can connect and relate to that image and see the whole picture. So for integration, you need to consider how this new state makes you feel and how would you like to practice it. I would suggest on daily basis with just creating that image, like maybe bringing that idea and then seeing how every day this limiting belief will change and you won't be even able to say I am imposter. If you imagine seeing this image right now, how does the limiting belief I am imposter sounds or feels, and what is the place of it now in your psyche, in your body, in your mind?
It feels silly. It feels like not stupid, but stupid.
Not stupid, but stupid. I like
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So actually create the scenarios or think of the scenarios for practice where you would use this submodalities, new submodalities on like daily basis or in situations before you press the button, I'm inviting you for my coaching program, or when like what give me a few scenarios or few situations or instances where this new image will be really handy and will help you.
Anytime I go to record a video,
Okay.
anytime I go to post on social media, anytime I go to talk to someone about an offer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So how do you feel practice it now? Probably basically every day, because every day as a business owner, you
Right.
have to post, share, reach out, and do all these things. So what is your commitment to practicing it every day?
10.
Beautiful. Wow. So we have the anchor, we have the scenarios, and we also have this visualization, the whole visualization picture that you will be practicing. How would you like me to keep you accountable if you want to me to keep you accountable with that process?
You can text me and ask if I've visualized my happy place.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it's interesting. It's like you said, it's a happy place, right?
Yeah.
It sounds like you were able to create now your happy place,
Right.
which is not a happy place by everybody's, like what we say, oh, go to a forest, go to the ocean, right? It's actually your tailor-fit happy place for your psyche, for your individual self, right?
Yeah.
This is interesting because this exercise just made me think that we can use it with our clients to create a happy place.
Mhm.
Because we usually say, oh, go to your happy place. And we're like, okay, where am I happy?
What is it?
Where am I going? Where am I going? Okay, Hawaii, no, Hawaii. Like we go immediately to something what society told us, right? Even through this meditation, what is our happy place? And this is your happy place. This is like very, very personal and individual. That's actually a great, I think, technique. So we can all use with our clients. Tell me, how do you feel? If anything, you would like to give any feedback?
I thought it was great. It was really like I could actually feel like the feelings. I could feel like the emotions associated with that. And then I could also feel them like physically and emotionally changing when we were going through like what does it look like and what does it feel like? I could feel it changing.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Any surprises or like anything that surprised you or made you like,
Yeah, well, I think it was surprising how easy it was to envision better and then like actually feel that. I thought it was easier than I thought it would be.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah, because it sounds quite complicated, right? It sounds
Right.
like, what?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And how, like, ladies, anybody try to do it at the same time? Like, I can see that Ruby was able to connect. Ruby, did I get it right with Nikki's emotions and feelings? Yeah, you were following along with your things. Okay, so got it. Thanks. So how did it go for you guys if you practice that at the same time with us?
I love because I've gotten a tightness in my chest before, like just that anxiety, how to take it out. Like I'm going to use that. Like in mine, I went use this energy for the good. So like for the universe, for the stars, for something like because anxiety can be a powerful energy, right? And it's not necessarily bad. It's bad in me, but like I looked at it. It was kind of cool, Katya, like use it somewhere else. Use it for something. So that was kind of my connection. It was kind of cool, actually. So I just wanted to share.
Thank you. Yeah. So it sounds like complicated and confusing, but actually that's why I wanted to do this scenario, like to walk you through that scenario practice. So to see how powerful and unexpectedly, not easy, but unexpectedly doable, right? At least it is. And how we can use it on, I will share with you also a scenario for positive reinforcement. Like, let's say you work with a client, they already, like, for example, even probably for Nikki, that would be great in like a week or two of her practicing to do the reinforcement, the positive reinforcement one. Not go back, okay, let's go and again, dim and small and front up and whatever, but bring this and reinforce it, like, because there is always a place for making it better, right? So for reinforcing, so we can reinforce and say, hey, how about we make it even brighter? It's even brighter yellow, maybe now even coming closer to where you can be comfortable, of course, and where it's this energy even, I don't know, like whatever it is. So how to make it better, more positive, more reinforced, more, and do that maybe one more session after Nikki, for example, practices for a week, and you come back for a session and say, okay, let's do the reinforcement, the positive reinforcement session with that. And now, like bring it even to that we can't stop her actually posting and offering, and that will like already stop Nikki, and she was like, no, I'm not going to stop. So that's, maybe we can bring it to that place where her conviction and her feeling of, and I would add here, and of course, so this is just a general scenario, right? And when you look at this scenario and remember like how I did it, you will notice that you need to bring you, right? You need to go with like what we learned in the program, that you can't learn everything. You can't follow all the scripts. You have to improvise. You have to use your intuition. You have to use like where you will incorporate and insert your intuitive observation, where you will insert your words, or you will insert your guidance as a coach. So I would definitely like I did that through the session, because I went with not what script told me, but what Nikki told me. Like the script is, you will see, and you need to bring you and not be afraid of like asking a question or trying this or trying that. And so definitely I would ask, and I will ask Nikki, what is your new belief message now that you will be enhancing and changing and altering and improving?
My new message, besides imposter, like what comes to mind is that like as long as the sun is shining, I can get through anything.
And you can regulate the shine, right? You can
Right.
create the image of the, so I meaning I have everything to be successful.
Right.
Or I have everything to shine.
There you go.
I like it. How do you like it? I have everything to shine.
I love it.
And maybe write it down and ask Hazel to draw a sun, to do an art project, something that you like this is called anchor, right? Anchoring, that you will remember that maybe this sun will be always with you, like stuck on your computer, or like, I don't know, like even like a phone case, because we work a lot with our phones, right? Phone case with a sun, I don't know, or yellow color. Great job, Nikki. It was really very cool.
Thank you for taking me through it.
Yeah, no, thank you for volunteering.